Well, hello there, YouTube. JT Serenity Farms prepping here with a update. So, as most of you should know by now, Pedo Joe came out yesterday or the day before with a mumbling, barely coherent statement that those out there who have double time can go out and play. They can go to a picnic and they can go outside. But if they're going to go to a ball game or a conference or a concert, which is the way he said it. It's a two-syllable word, so it's difficult. No. So sad. Why did you do it to begin with then? Which is a question many people that I thought were semi-intelligent need to answer, but actually it's irrelevant now because what's done cannot be undone. So, Pedo Joe, Camaho, and the rest of your socialist commie regime. Spoiler alert, the overwhelming majority of Americans are not listening to you. We don't do this or this. It's not happening. We are willing to sacrifice our lives to remain free. Are you willing to do the same to try and take away my freedom? That's a bold statement. And I don't make it because I'm sitting on the safety of my couch. I make it because I mean it. Yeah, I know. It won't be you, Joe, coming out. It'll be your henchmen. That's the sad part. But what is coming now? If you listen to his statement or read it after the interpreter had translated it into English, it's time to do some shaming. The regime is going to use the sheepletards, the corporations, and the businesses to try and shame us into compliance. When I say shame, I mean extort or blackmail or coerce. Okay? The corporations already seem to be more than willing to get on board because most of them are owned, managed by the deep state, who don't live by the same rules as we do. Okay? So, your airlines, you know, I guess a lot of people will decide not to fly and their businesses will start to collapse and this regime will just bail them out some more. But if they, being the regime, start blackmailing, coercing, and extorting private businesses through taxes, levies, rules, restrictions, you know, if they only allow people who into their business, then they can get a little tax break. Those businesses choosing not to will get, you know, they can do it. And they can do this to pretty much any business or corporation that they want to and still be able to say that they did not try and mandate it. because I think they're pretty sure that they would lose that in the end. And defeats like that are usually egg on the face and cause more rebellion, and they don't want that. They know it's coming. So they'll be able to say, see, it's not us, it's businesses and corporations being aware and taking safety precautions. So I warned you a couple months that our ability to buy, sell, travel, go to public places, go to some private places, are all going to be severely curtailed, if not eliminated completely. I had mentioned that we probably will have the opportunity to go to a gas station because the pumps are outside. We can use our debit card. We may be able to go through a drive-through window of a local establishment because we have a debit card. You might be able to hang outside at your own place, but there will be all sorts of new rules set forth about hanging out with the haves and the have-nots, if you know what I mean. They will try and penalize everyone who says no every way they can to force compliance. They're going to use the sheepletards, many of whom I thought were semi-intelligent people that got it anyway, and it doesn't matter now because what's done cannot be undone. So start thinking about what your life may be like by middle to end of summer if you are basically confined to your home and property. I know it's easy to think about it right now and say, no way, I'm not getting it. They can't force me and I don't care. And that's my statement. I am willing to sacrifice my life to keep my freedom. Pedo Joe and your regime, are you willing to sacrifice yours to try and take it? Of course, we know it won't be the regime themselves high up on the mountain sitting on their pedestals. But lots to start thinking about, folks. Let me know what you think. Like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. But for now, JT, signing off. Okay, so upon review, I noticed that I had repeated two very important items to me. At first, I was going to try and edit them out, and that's well above my pay grade. I decided to leave them in because they re-emphasize two things that are extremely important to me and should be to you. It was the semi-intelligent people that I thought I knew that got it anyway, and what's done cannot be undone, and that will be the topic of another video. And Pedo Joe is not willing to make the same sacrifices that you and I will likely be called upon. I think we need to really emphasize that one. Either way, so to speak, is going to be a sacrifice, very likely, at some point. So, yeah, I repeated myself, but I think it was two good points to be made, and possibly, not possibly, seriously think about. So, that's all I got. Be back soon. Signing off.